Welcome to 23rd Garage. Today we have a little bit of a different video. We are kind of at a stalemate without all of our frame jobs. Behind me, as you can see, we have a ram that we need to repair. We're still waiting on a couple of parts. We're also waiting on a couple of parts for the Accord. We don't have any framework to do today, but we do have a little video that we put together for you guys just to show you guys the differences between high-end car diagnostic tools and low-end car diagnostic tools. I was actually sent a diagnostic tool to review by a company named ANCEL on Amazon, and so they asked me to do a good, honest review on their product. So we'll do that for you guys right now, and hopefully by the end of this video we will get some parts. So enjoy. Today's video is sponsored by a company called ANCEL. ANCEL is a automotive diagnostics company that specializes in things like battery testers, OBD scanners, and various other automotive diagnosing tools. They sell largely on Amazon, and they focus mainly on DIYers, but also have a lot of products for the professional market as well. So if you are looking for a very affordable scanner to have maybe in your glove compartment or in your home shop or even in your professional garage, this right here, the BM700, is an absolutely amazing tool. I've already checked it out. I've already tested it. It works great. We already scanned the i8 with it, and it works absolutely amazing. So right now what I want to do is show you guys how this thing works. Right here is my F80 M3, as you can see, and we are going to go ahead and plug it up and see what it does. So here you can see I have my little Creed whatever. It's an old unit, it's outdated. We are going to go ahead and just toss that. And to hook this thing up, all you have to do, let me get these screwdrivers out of here. So all you have to do is find your OBD port on your vehicle. Obviously this will only work with OBD2 vehicles. It will scan other cars besides BMW, but this one is specifically designed for the BMW. Okay, so now that we have it plugged up, we can see the preliminary scan here. It's telling us there is a code. It's telling us that there is 9 codes. The readiness for the emissions, 3 is available, 5 is not ready, so we know it will not pass emissions. And then the data streams that are supported, there's 54. So that's stuff like your accelerator, throttle position, your engine load, your temperature. So it tells you the ignition of the vehicle, which is spark, and the protocol type, which is the OBD system that it uses to connect to the car. We can see it's a CAN bus. So we hit OK and go to read codes. ECU1. There we go. As you can see, there's multiple different vehicles that it can do. Here we click on BMW, and the first code that pops up is ambient air temperature sensor circuit A is high. Now, I know that my ambient temperature sensor is not plugged in, so I already know what that code means. We are going to keep going. This code is not found in the actual database of the system, but what you can do is plug that P14F3 into Google, and it should pull up the code. Here we have a random multiple cylinder misfire detected, and another one, and another one. 22 codes, but we're gonna go through all of them? No, we're not. Okay, so you guys can see it's obvious what this thing does. Here, what we are going to try to do is erase some of these codes and see what happens. So we click OK, ignition is on, engine is off, OK. It's processing, and it has cleared the emission-related diagnostic information. So that was pretty fast, and then we'll go back through and read the codes again and see how many pop up. Oh, now we only got 7. Now we have 7 codes. We got the PCV heater control and ambient. Obviously, we know that one. And this is a permanent code, so you will not be able to erase a permanent code. I do not even know how to get rid of a permanent code, but it does not matter to us right now. So we can go into data stream and click view all items. And this tells you the calculated engine load, the engine coolant temperature, the RPMs, the vehicle speed, the throttle position, the distance traveled with the check engine light, and of course the battery voltage. You can see it's at 13 volts. So very useful tool. Let's click on this one, see what it has in here. And that looks to be the same. So that's pretty cool. Now what we will do is we will come back out and pull up the vehicle information, and this will tell us our VIN number, our calibration for our modules and stuff like that. So if you ever need those that information, maybe for a dealer or something to order a module or a computer or something like that, you will definitely need this right here. And then we will go back. We have evap system test and then emissions readiness. And emissions readiness is really cool because what this will tell you is if you will pass emissions or not. And in an emission controlled state like California or even Tennessee, this is actually a very good, useful device to have. You can see if you will pass emissions before even going to the emissions testing area. As you can see right here, we can see the misfire monitor, the fuel system, and the catalyst. So once you drive the car and your car tests itself to see if it's running right, these will pop up okay. And once 5 of these pop up okay, or once 4 out of 5 of them are okay, you will pass emissions. So out of 5, I think you have to have 4 passing. If you're not passing at least 4 of these, you will not pass your emissions test. So that's a really cool thing to have. And as you guys can see, it's very simple. It's very self-explanatory. I did not read any type of manual or anything, and it's super easy to use. So that's the first setting. That's to, you know, check your codes. Now, if you want to get more into it and you're more of a car person, you can go into stuff like that's the systems that are actually for BMW. You can reset your oil light. You can reset your electric power brake, your battery module. You can do a lot of stuff with this tool that you cannot do with the little Bluetooth tools for your phone. And it can actually do a lot of the stuff that some of the bigger, more expensive units can do. So here we'll go into BMW. We're gonna go into 3 Series. Right here, F80, basic functions, system scan. Wow. Look at all the codes. Did that say DVD? Wow, guys, I am amazed by the amount of codes that I have on this vehicle. Just a code in almost every system. So here you can see the transmission module, the transmission manager. It's got a few codes. The gear selector switch got a few codes. The ICM's got 5 codes. The electric power steering's got 9 codes. The airbag crash safety's got 18 codes. This is an interesting one, so I'm going to go into it. And we are going to read the fault codes. And we can see that the driver's seatbelt tension or resistance is too high. And the reason why this code is popping up is because we actually had to replace the driver's seat belt, and we have not actually cleared any of the codes. So once we finish installing all the SRS components that we need to install, then we will go through and clear all these codes, and they most of them should disappear. Like here you can see the safety battery terminal, stuff like the seat belt, the seat occupancy detection. That's because we had the seats out. This airbag front sensor on the right is ripped off still. I still need to put a pigtail on that. So when you read something like that, you automatically go for your airbag sensor, see what's wrong with it. And we know that mine's cut, so you can see how this could be useful. And yeah, it's a very useful tool. So here what we will do is go back and go into something else, like maybe the instrument cluster.
Try clearing those codes.
Outside temperature has a short circuit to supply. The reason why this code has popped up is because I don't have my ambient temperature sensor plugged in. So that's why that's popping up. And a lot of these codes are because of things that happened during the accident and that I have fixed that I just have not cleared. I don't want to clear anything until I fix everything, just so that, you know, just so I'll know what the issues are. So here we can see that we can reset the entire control unit. We can reset the engine module, the transmission, the transfer case. We can reset the electric fuel pump. We can reset the battery, the steering angle, the parking brake. We can clear all the adaptations. I'm guessing that's for the transmission. Also the ABS, ACS, DCS, or DSC, the tire pressure control reset. All very useful tools. You want to go ahead and just erase all the system fault codes? Let's do it. All right, and then we will go back up here and do another system scan and see how much stuff pops back up. We can see all around cameras, we have 4 codes. That's because they are not plugged in. Lane change warning not plugged in. Okay, so a lot less codes than there was before. Look at that. The transmission has 0 codes now, which is very good. But we still have a few other codes that we will have to go through and check. And look at that, guys. Airbag, the crash safety on the airbag, there's only 2 codes. We know that our safety battery terminal is not installed. And we know that our airbag sensor in the front is not hooked up. So that's awesome. Everything cleared except for that. And once we install that sensor and install the battery cable, the airbag light will be turned off, which is actually very good news for me because I did not know if I had to replace my airbag module or not. So as you guys can see, this tool has already did a lot of work for me. Not only has it brought my hopes down about my car with all the codes, but it's also cleared a lot of them, and a lot of them did not come back. Like with the airbags, you can see live, we just showed you guys, we had like 20 codes and now there's only 2, and the 2 codes are for 2 things that I know is not installed. So that's really cool. And when it comes to like a professional shop, this can be very useful, and it's more useful, I would say, for the average person that is a DIYer, simply because of how small it is, the fact that there's no wireless dongle that you have to use, there's no battery to keep charged. Like our large scanner, the battery always dies. People forget to put it on charge. The charging cables sometimes don't work. So this is really nice with a cable that does not come off, and you can see that it does a lot of the same stuff that the bigger scanners can do. So that's really cool. And at like $130, I think it's definitely worth it. As you can see, it can do all BMWs all the way up to the i-Series. We just scanned the i8, worked beautifully, scanned every system, same thing as this car. So I am really happy with this. And what is last test record, I wonder?
That's for just in the computer.
Oh. Anyways, I'm really happy with it. Really cool tool. A lot of different functions on it. Very affordable, very easy to use. Something that you definitely can just throw right into your glove compartment. You pull up on your boys. They need their car scanned, or your engine light pops up. You can scan it. You can even make money with this. You can charge people 20 bucks to scan their car. So I am very happy with it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I will give it an 8. 8.5. And the reason why I will give it an 8.5 is because of the usability. It's just so easy to use. And you guys seen how fast it does everything. A lot of scanners take a while, like to connect and to go through all the systems and to even clear the codes. You guys seen all this live. It was just really fast, super easy to use. Doesn't just do BMWs, does a lot of very different cars, but this one right here, the BM700, is specifically designed for BMWs, and I am super happy with it. I mean, I don't see any reason to have any other scanner besides it, like codes and adaptations, but that's when you're getting into like professional shops and stuff like that. For the DIY, the average Joe, this right here is the way to go. So 130 bucks on Amazon. We're gonna drop the link in the description below. We'll throw it up on the screen, make it easy for you guys. Go check it out if you need it. That's gonna be it for this video. If you guys are interested in winning this little OBD scanner, pretty cool little scanner, go follow us on Instagram and drop a comment in the picture where we have the OBD scanner, and the comment, You know what? Drop something funny in the comments, and the comment with the most likes, we'll send you guys the OBD scanner. So if you like the content, hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And like I said before, check us out on Instagram, give us a follow, and you could have this thing right here for free.